It's a buzzworthy new film that's brought four of our most accomplished actors together, and it's now one of this year's top Oscar contenders. Bill Whitaker of 60 Minutes is talking with the women of American fiction.
I'm seeing a sisterhood here. You had never worked together before?
No, it's so great.
Though it's the first time Tracee Ellis Ross, Issa Rae, Erika Alexander, and Leslie Uggams have acted together in a film, they said making American fiction felt like a homecoming.
It's a special film.
It is.
For sure.
I feel very proud to be in it.
I walked on the set and I just felt that we all belonged.
Based on the 2001 novel Erasure,
Do you have any books by the writer Thelonious Ellison?
American fiction stars Jeffrey Wright as Thelonious Monk Ellison, a professor and frustrated author struggling to find his place in a literary world circumscribed by white perceptions of black life.
Would you give us the pleasure of reading an excerpt?
Monk's frustration grows when he hears Ray's character, Cintara Golden, read a passage from her wildly successful book.
Girl, you be pregnant again?
Riddled with every racial cliche imaginable.
And if I is, Ray Ray is gonna be a real father this time around.
As a joke, Monk assumes a pen name and writes a book awash in black stereotypes.
Deadbeat dads, rappers, crack, that's black, right?
But the joke's on him.
We love it.
What?
It is very,
Black?
Yes, that's it. I'm happy you said it and not me.
When it becomes a roaring success.
We think it is going to be the read of the summer.
I'm sure white people on the Hamptons will delight in it.
Yes, we will. It's going to be huge.
At its heart, American fiction is about relationships.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Erika Alexander plays the divorcee who lives across the street.
If Cintara is the object of his obsession, then I'm glad that I'm playing Coraline, the object of his desire. It's a beautiful, mature relationship and love story, blooming.
Welcome home, baby.
It's a family love story, too. And like in many families, love doesn't come easy.
Hello.
Ross plays Monk's sister, Lisa, the glue binding the family. Leslie Uggams is Agnes, their mother, struggling with early-stage Alzheimer's.
You look fat. I never liked that painting anyway.
Off-screen, there was a lot of love for their co-star.
Did you guys have any out-of-body moments watching him?
Jeffrey?
Yes, during the scene. I mean, there was definitely a moment where I was just like, oh, okay.
With Jeffrey Wright.
What? Watching him work. This is crazy.
When you're working with fabulous people, you raise the bar because you have to, you better.
I was just thinking about kissing him every day.
Oh my gosh.
He would be near the craft service table and I'd mosey up and say, our scene is coming. And he'd go, oh boy. I was like, oh, get ready, dude.
You're both fantastic kissers.
Wright's Monk is the central character, but he's defined by the women around him.
His brother shines a spotlight on his flaws and his foibles, but the women are the ones who show us and show him who he truly is.
That's black girl magic.
Books change people's lives.
Has something I've written never changed your life?
Absolutely. My dining room table was wobbly as hell.
Oh my God.
Before your last book came out. It was like perfect.
They saw that black girl magic in the script by writer-director Cord Jefferson.
It was on the page.
Yep.
He allowed these women to be full people.
Yeah.
Is that not something that happens often, especially for black actors?
The brilliance of this film is that you have such a complete family story and one that candidly would be hard to sell on its own.
Ray, Ross, Alexander, and Uggams all had success playing accomplished women on television, roles they call the exception, not the rule.
Writer-director Cord Jefferson asked, and I'm going to quote him here, why aren't black professors depicted in books and films as frequently as black drug addicts or black rappers or black slaves? Why is it that white people with the power to greenlight films, books, and TV shows have such a limited view of what black lives should look like? Why is that?
I don't think it's a question for us.
Sometimes we're reduced to plot devices, and I think that what it is like a lack of seeing us as human.
I'm not saying they're doing it on purpose, but I do think that there's something in it, psychological, that wants to bring it back down to something that they can say is, oh, that's more accessible.
Do you like to read, Mrs. Ellison?
No.
Leslie Uggams told us a movie like American Fiction would have been unthinkable when she started in show business 7 decades ago.
I love to walk in the rain.
As a teenager, she became the first African-American woman to appear as a regular on a TV variety show. Sing Along with Mitch.
I have to tell you, when you showed up, my family would run to the TV. We were all glued to the TV because Leslie Uggams was on.
Oh my God, it was an event. And the interesting thing about that is that the South had blacked us out.
Yeah.
They wouldn't take the show because of me.
That was controversial back then.
Yes.
But you've seen a lot of change.
Yes, there's more of us on television. I mean, when I was starting, it was like maybe one commercial, and that was usually Aunt Jemima and the Pancake Box kind of thing.
In the 1990s, Alexander was a breakout star of the TV show Living Single. In 2016, Ross became the first black woman in 30 years to get an Emmy nomination for Best Comedy Actress for her role in Blackish.
Do you want your man or not? Do you know your plans or not?
That same year, Ray's series Insecure debuted on HBO to much acclaim. They all give a nod to Uggams.
What you scared of, girl?
I ain't scared of nothing. Least of all you.
What we've all been talking about, how you all have broken barriers, is that a burden to carry?
I've said, I'm going to blast through the door. And I've been doing that all my life. I don't take no for an answer. So it hasn't been a burden for me. It's been like, marching up the steps. Come on, let's go, let's go.
We want to showcase the best of us. And I think it's an insult, frankly, when we see what others think of us. The burden is only in confronting that.
And if you look at Louis Armstrong, and if you look at Jimi Hendrix, and the blues of the great Diana Ross, all you see are people who have defied the odds. And so that's our birthright. But I just feel that if we can do anything to lessen the burden so people can actually get on with the creativity,
Yes.
That's what I think our job is to make it easier for them to be funded and found.
I think that is happening. Wish it would happen faster.
Yes.
You don't make the rules.
American Fiction is on a fast track.
I'm just gonna put them back after you leave. Don't you dare.
It already had garnered several awards and nominations this season. Now, 5 Academy Award nominations.
Are you crazy? What if they fact check this? I check. There's barely money to pay editors anymore.
Here you are getting Oscar buzz. You're getting Oscar buzz for 2 movies.
Well,
yeah.
That one's a white movie, but yes, so we're talking about a black movie. But thank you so much.
What's that like for all of you?
I think Oscars award shows are complicated things. The reality is they open doors in terms of the business. All of us sit here and, we're 4 women that have made our way through, but the amount of other women that have not been given accolades or even a seat with the work that they've done. And so, yes, it is an honor, it's a treat, but it also does not validate who we are, but it's great, and I really like putting on the clothes.
You've seen a lot of change in Hollywood over your career. From your seat here today, what's the future?
We're just going to keep in everybody's face. They need to start writing stuff more for us, but I'm hopeful.